Righty, this is one of the fun parts to bridge. You know, it would be very boring if somebody opened the bidding and their partner bid and you were an opponent and you didn't ever have a chance to bid. You know, this person opens a club. Well, I can't be the opening bidder because they've already opened. So, what about me? You know, it's all about me. I want to be able to bid too. And we have a way to do that. And it has its own set of agreements and rules that they use, their partner will use with them to communicate. Now, think about it. When this person opened the bidding, they said they had at least 12 points, right? Well, there's 40 points in the whole deck. So if they have 12, there's still 28 for the other three people. So it's really quite possible that you could have as good or better hand than the opening bidder. So we want you to be able to bid. And that bid is called an overcall. That's what we call it. It actually comes, I think, from England. In England, instead of saying she bid something or he bid something, they call it a call. She called one heart. He called one no trump. So overcalling meant bidding after they bid, over their bid. An overcall is a bid made by an opponent to the opening bidder. So it could go one club and I could bid one spade and I would be the overcaller. Or it could go a one club opening bid. I could say pass, goes one heart, and this person bids a spade. And that's an overcall. It doesn't have to be the very first person after the opening bidder. But it does have to be an opponent to the opening bidder. Okay, what I'm going to give you is a really simple overcall for right now. I'm going to give you a simple overcall and a simple way to talk to your partner after the overcall. You're going to learn some fancy stuff later, but this will get you through for a while, just so you can play and have some fun and be able to bid. 10 high card points, 10 or more high card points, about 10. Always a 5 card or longer suit for like the next 10 years. You must have 5 cards. And your suit should have a couple of the honors, like an ace king, a king queen, king jack, or very good texture. Remember texture? It's those 10s and 9s and 8s, those other cards that help. So what you can think of is 10, 5, 2. Around 10 points, always a 5 card suit, and a couple of the honors. Now, if your suit's a little bit longer, maybe it doesn't have to be as strong. If you have more high card points, like 15 or 16, maybe it doesn't have to be so strong. A really strong suit, or maybe 2 5 card suits, or a 5 and a 4 card suit, maybe you only have to have 9 points or so, or 8. But a good way to remember it, just think of it as 10, 5, 2. Around 10 points, always a 5 card suit, and a couple of honors. So take a look at these suits. I'll let you have a minute to kind of look at them. And which of these suits do you think would be a good suit for an overcall? Which of these suits are strong enough for an overcall, the suit itself? It's kind of interesting that there's not many times in bridge, you know, usually it's just about how many you have. But in an overcall, we are concerned with how good your suit is. So what about the ace, the queen, and total of 5? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. What about the ace and 4 little ones? Not good enough. No. The king, jack, 9 and 2 more? Yeah, it's all right. That's probably about the weakest I might have. The ace, king, and 3 more? Yeah, that's good. Queen, jack, 10, 9, and a little one. Well, we don't have any of those really big honors, But we've got some texture, don't we? That's good enough. The queen, the 10, the 8, the 5, and the 4. I wouldn't. I know some people who would, but I don't think that's good enough. And what about the last one? The king, the 10, the 9, the 8, the 7, the 4, and the 2. Well, I got some texture, and I sure do have a lot of them, so that one is strong enough. So it's a kind of a mixture. Some of them have the top 2 honor cards. Some just have a lot of texture in them. Some are long with texture. That King, Jack, 9, 6, 2, that's about the weakest I would have for a suit for an overcall. I'm not too crazy about that one. Okay. Your partner's overcalled. It's your turn to bid. You have a name. The person who opens the bidding, the first person to bid for every hand of bridge is called the opening bidder. Once your partner opens, you become responder. So opener and responder. Overcaller. Overcaller's partner is called advancer. Okay? We just gave them their own name. And you're going to learn some really fancy ways that advancer can tell their partner about their hand. But for right now, for today, and for the next month or so at least, I'm just going to give you something really simple. You should not raise the overcalled suit. So your partner's overcalled and it's your turn to bid and you're thinking about raising. You need to have at least 6 high card points. You need to have a fit in the suit that they overcalled. Remember, they promised 5. And either favorable distribution, like maybe you have a singleton somewhere, or maybe you have extra trump length, or strength in the overcalled suit. In other words, you need to have a reason to be talking. I can tell you this. After your partner is overcalled, this will get you through a lot of deep water, okay? When your partner overcalls a suit, if you have a fit, it's almost always right to bid, assuming you have something to say. And if you don't have a fit for the suit that partner overcalled, it's almost always right to pass. So with a fit, think about raising, and without a fit, think about passing. So let's see what kinds of hands we might or might not bid. So your partner overcalled 1 heart, your advancer, this is your hand. So what do you think about this hand? What do we like about this hand? What do we not like? Well, I have 6 high card points, so I could bid if I want to. I have 4 of partner's hearts, so we have 9 of them total. And I have the ace and the queen. So that's pretty darn good. I'm 4, 4, 3, 2. I have 4 of one suit. Not too crazy about that, but at least I do have, only 2 cards in spades. So I would raise. I would bid 2 hearts. The next one, okay, partner overcalled a heart. I have 3 little spades, 3 little hearts, the king, jack, and 2 clubs, and the queen and 2 diamonds. Well, I've got my 6 high card points, so I can bid if I want to. I have only 3 hearts. I don't have any honors in hearts. My distribution is 4, 3, 3, and 3. I don't have very much redeeming qualities about this hand. I would not bid. I would say pass. Even though I have a fit and I have 6 points, that's just an awful hand. How about this one? I have a singleton spade. I have the king and 3 more hearts, the king and 3 more clubs, and the big ace and 3 more diamonds. So 4, 7, 10. I have 10 high card points. I have 4 of partner's hearts, including the king. I'm 4, 4, 4, and 1. So, hey, once that spade is gone, I can be trumping some things. And I love ace, king, king. Not only am I going to raise, I'm going to bid 3 hearts. I'm going to raise to the 3 level, showing 10 to 12 points. You got a bunch of stuff now. You can go and you can play with some friends. If you can, you might go online and invite some friends to play with you on BBO, Bridge Base Online. Your parents could help you with that, and you need to get your parents' permission to do that, and you need to get them to help you with it. Now, Bridge Base Online does also have an option that you could play with robots. But what you're going to find is the robots are going to make bids that you won't understand. And it might discourage you. It might make you, think, oh gosh, I don't know what's going on. So I kind of hesitate to suggest that. But if you have a parent or some friends who play bridge that are willing to get a table with you, set up your own table and play online, and that way all 4 of you would be bidding the things that you've already learned. That might be helpful and might be fun. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.